Hello, hello, and welcome to
Hello.
another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Happy and blessed Friday to everyone, and happy and blessed Saturday for those who are enjoying the weekend. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
Yes, welcome to Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Our topic for today is why consistency is one of the greatest keys to long term success.
Yes, thank you, Isabel. So that's our topic for today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hi, my name is Sylvia. I'm originally from Zambia and now live in Canada. I'm a mom and a grandma of five, and I've been in the hospitality industry for over 25 years, but now I'm a proud digital owner.
Hi everyone, I am Asma Harisa, digital business mentor and proud mother of three. I live in Texas, USA with my family and am originally from Pakistan.
Hi everyone, my name is Christiana. I'm originally from Nigeria. I am a registered nurse. I live in Texas. I'm a proud business owner and a mentor.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina with my family. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and now a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello everyone, my name is Rosemary or Daxi Espiritu. I am a Ilongga from Iloilo, Philippines, a wife, a mother of four, and a healthcare worker here in BC. So I am proud to be a mentor and business owner.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so now let's dive into our topic for today.
Em- Empowering lives through an online business. Why consistency is one of the greatest key of to long-term success.
Thank you, Asma. Yeah, so that's our topic for today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. So today's conversation is about one quality that every successful person develops, and that is consistency. So we all have moments when we feel motivated, we feel inspired, and ready to take action. But motivation changes. Consistency is what keeps us moving when motivation fades. So that is the bridge between where we are today and where we hope to be tomorrow. So today we'll discuss 6 reasons why consistency is one of the greatest keys to long-term success. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Today, points consistency creates momentum, daily habits shape long term results, consistency builds confidence, consistency helps us grow during difficult seasons, consistency prepares for opportunities, and long term success is built one day at a time.
Thank you, Daxi. So those are the points we're going to be talking today. So now let's dive into our first point.
Okay, consistency creates momentum. Have you ever felt like your dreams or your dream was so big that you didn't even know where to begin? Because I've been there. For many years, my life revolved around work, paying bills, and taking care of my family. Like many moms, I kept telling myself that one day I would have more time to focus on my own goals. But one day became another year and another. And I didn't realize this until my oldest daughter was getting ready to leave for college. I realized how quickly time had passed. I had spent so many years working to provide for my family that I had missed moments I could never get back. That realization became my turning point. I didn't change my life with one giant leap. I changed it by making one decision after another. I chose to learn, I chose to grow, and I chose to show up even when I couldn't see immediate results. Those daily choices created momentum, and once momentum had started, it became easier to keep moving forward. And I've learned that success isn't about making extraordinary moves. It's about making ordinary choices consistently until they produce extraordinary results. So every small step matters, every lesson matters, and every day you refuse to quit moves you closer to the life you're working so hard to build. And I want to leave you with this today. You don't create momentum by waiting for the perfect moment. You create it by taking the next, even when it feels small, the next step, even when it feels small to you. So thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just talk about consistency creates momentum. It's like Isabel is share on her journey, it's like a pushing a swing. The first punch that you do takes most effort, but once we keep start doing it, that little push keep us, going higher and higher. Just like consistency, builds that momentum in our lives. So Isabel also added, consistency transforms small daily actions into meaningful progress and lasting change. So there you go. Okay, so now let's move on to the second point.
Daily habits shape long-term results. Success doesn't happen by chance. It is built through the choices we make every single day. The small habits we practice may not seem important at first, but over time they add up and make a big difference. When we repeat positive action consistently, they become routines. Those routines shape our character, influence our decisions, and determine the results we achieve. That's why building healthy, productive habits is so important. The future we want is created by what we do consistently today. I would like to leave you with this reflection: your habits are quietly creating your future. Think about your daily actions. Are they moving you closer to your goals or pulling you further away? It's often the small things we do consistently that produce the biggest result. Great results often begin with small daily disciplines. Stay consistent, be patient with the process, and remember that every small step you take today is building a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Asma. Yeah, so Asma just sorry, Asma just talk about daily habits shape long-term results. So um, as Asma shared, every small habit that you start doing little by little, it keeps building you uh, for that long-term success. Just, like a good example would be, when you're making your bed every morning, one time doesn't seem like much, but if you do it every day and after weeks and after months, you start building that habit. Okay, they say that to build a habit, it takes 30 days minimum, to be able to build the habit. So that will bring you more order and discipline into your day. And also, that's how those small daily habits create that big long-term results on yourself. All right, so let's move on to the next point. So the next point is consistency builds confidence. You know, confidence doesn't usually appear before we take action. It actually grows because we take action. So every time we keep a promise to ourselves, no matter how small, we start building that trust in on our own ability to follow through. Those small wins, it will add up with the time, because our experience will start to grow. And little by little, that fear that we had before to try something new, for example, it start to fade slowly by slowly. I experienced, this personally when I transitioned from more than 25 years in the film industry into learning a completely new set of digital skills. I didn't feel confident at first, you know, but I built that confidence by consistently showing up to trainings, by creating my content, by doing live videos, like this. I wasn't used to be in front of the camera actually, even though I work in the movie industry. But I I knew that in order to connect with my audience, I have to step out of my comfort zone and take action. So I did. And the other thing that helps, continue learning. So the more I practiced, the more comfortable and confident I became. So that's the same true for all of us. Confidence isn't something we are born with. It's something to build that you build, through consistent action. Here's the message for you guys. Consistency transforms effort into confidence because every small step that you take today, it becomes the proof that you are capable of achieving even more tomorrow. So it builds you that confidence. All right, so let's move on to the next point.
Hi, our next point is consistency help us grow during difficult seasons. We all know that everyone experiences one setback or the other in our lives. And if we are doing the same thing all over and all over, it helps us to overcome those difficulties, those trying times. Like for instance, in this our business, it has not been like roses. Waking up every day, making content, reaching out to people, talking about the business, moving forward. It has not been easy. We've encountered a lot of setbacks, a lot of obstacles, but those obstacles helps us to grow. We use it to make our stepping stones. It motivates us. It keeps us going. Consistency keeps us focused. For us to achieve what we want in life, we have to be focused about it, and we have to be disciplined enough to carry on. Growth often happens during difficult seasons. Yes. During those times that you don't feel like doing it, during those times that things are hard, that's when you will know the ability you have. Because we don't even know the kind of ability God has bestowed in us until when we are pushed towards the wall. That's when you realize that you have strength. The strength you have, you can't even phantom it. Then our take home now is your greatest growth may happen on the days you feel like not continuing. Consistency helps us move forward even when the journey feels difficult. So I want everyone to know that consistency, when you show up every day in everything that you are doing little by little, it might not be like long hours, it might be like few minutes in a day. Every day you show up, those journey, those your fears, those difficult things, those things you feel that you cannot do, you see yourself doing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christina. So Christina just talked about consistency help us grow during difficult seasons. So just adding to what she say, and giving you a little bit of an analogy, it's like when you're driving through heavy rain, you don't stop because there's no sunshine, but right, what you do is you slow down, right, and you keep your hands on the wheel, but it doesn't like you're not stopping, you keep moving and knowing that the storm won't last forever. So that's the same thing for when you are going through difficult seasons. It's not going to stop you. You're just gonna probably slow a little bit, but you will continue your journey. So we move on through those difficult seasons. Okay, so next point.
Yes, consistency prepares for you opportunities. One thing I've learned throughout my journey is that opportunities often come when we less expected them. The real question is, are we prepared when they arrive? As an RN before in the Philippines and working in Saudi Arabia for 12 years, and later starting a new life in Canada, I realized that every season of learning was preparing for the next opportunity. I didn't always know what was ahead, but I keep learning, adapting, and growing. The same happened when I started my online business. I wasn't looking for another career. I was looking for a personal growth and more options for my family's future. I was not tech savvy, but I choose to attend trainings, learn from mentors, and take small, consistent actions every day. Those daily habits help me develop new skills, more confidence, and become ready for opportunities that I couldn't have imagined when I first started. Research shows that people who consistently learn and improve are more prepared to recognize and take advantage of new opportunities. Success is not just about being in the right place at the right time. It's also about being ready when the opportunity comes. Every new skills you learn, every lesson you apply, and every small action you take today is investment in your future. So guys, my takeaway for you, stay ready by continuing to grow every day. The work you do today prepares you for the opportunities of tomorrow, even if you cannot see them yet. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Daxi. So Daxi just talked about consistency prepares you for opportunities. Just like Daxi shared, it's like keeping an umbrella always in your car because you don't know exactly when it's going to rain. But what it does is it prepares you when, that happens. So it's the same thing, consistency prepares you for the opportunities that will come up with you in the future. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
Built one day at a time. Am I muted or am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, because it's just got on my screen muted. Okay, sorry. Okay. I love this topic. A long-term success is built one day at a time because it's something I've experienced personally. We often look at successful people and we think that they got there overnight. But the truth is, there's no shortcuts to lasting growth. Success is built through the small decisions that we make every single day. Uh, for me, when I moved from Zambia to Canada, I had to start my life from scratch all over again. It wasn't easy. I had to learn new technologies, build new relationships with people around me, and step into a completely different world. There were many days when I felt so uncomfortable and felt like, what am I doing here? But I made a decision like to keep showing up. Today in my 60s, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and still investing in myself every single day. I've learned that one book or one training session or one conversation or one piece of content may not seem like much on its own, but those small improvements compound over time. And consistency creates momentum. And once you build that momentum, amazing things begin to happen. One of my favorite sayings is you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. That's exactly what long-term success looks like. It's choosing not to quit. So if you're listening to me today and wondering whether your small efforts are making a difference, um, I want to encourage you that they definitely are. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep believing in yourself, because the future you're dreaming about is being built by the choices that you make today. And I know I heard from quite a few successful people. They say, don't do less, but do it better. Don't burn yourself out that work becomes too heavy. So that's a little bit of advice I've got from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. So Sylvia just talked about long-term success is built one day at a time, just like Sylvia shared. It's an example would be, like you're building a puzzle of 1,000 pieces, right? You don't finish it right away because it's a lot of pieces, but you start doing it little by little. So every time, building it. At the end, when you complete that picture, you have built it. So that's the same thing, when you're building your journey to be able to achieve that success, you start putting the going to the trainings, getting out of your comfort zone. So those little steps that you did consistently is what helped you to build that long-term success. And it was not built one day. It was built one day at a time. All right, so now let's find out what is our key takeaway for this topic.
Today's conversation reminds us that success doesn't belong only to the most talented. It often belongs to those who continue showing up, those who continue learning, those who continue growing, and those who refuse to quit. I want you to remember this: consistency may not always produce immediate results, but over time, it produces lasting results. So keep taking the next step, keep learning, and keep improving, because the future you are working towards is being built one consistency day at a time.
Thank you, Isabel. So, yeah, that's our key takeaway for today. And now let's find out what is our reflective question for our audience.
As you reflect on today's conversation, ask yourself, what is one habit you can commit to practicing consistently over the next 30 days? Sometimes one simple habit becomes the foundation for extraordinary success.
Yes, thank you, Daxi. So that's our reflective question for our audience. And we have arrived to the end of our lives. So uh, we hope so that what we share today, why consistency is one of the greatest key to the long-term success. It will help you, with the examples that we share. And also, remember that long-term success isn't built by doing something extraordinary at once. Is by choosing to show up, keep learning, to stay consistent every day, and also because when you put all these things, three things together, it will help you to take those small actions that you're building today to become better achievement for you in the future. All right, so let's find out what is our topic for next Friday.
So, next Friday's topic is why a growth mindset can open doors you never expected.
Thank you, Sylvia. So yeah, so that's our topic for next Friday. So it will be a conversation about lifelong learnings, resilience, adaptability, and how investing in personal growth often creates opportunity before results. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to say also thank you to Agnes Brizuela, Golang Mohammed for the heart emoji and for watching the live with us today. Also to Fonmi Oluwatoyin Osho and Haridyal Paswan. So thank you so much for watching the live with us today. So saying that, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone, and happy July 4th for those in the US who are going to be celebrating tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have a nice, happy July 4th. And so thank you again. And we'll see you again in our next episode for the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Thank you, everyone. God bless
Bye,
you.
everyone. Have
Bye,
a safe 4th
everyone.
of
Thank
July.
you.
Hi.
Thank you.